Hi YouTube, this is your girl Lynette, and this will be my second week going into my RNY, from having a gastric bypass, to kind of give you an up-to-date of where I'm at. Okay, so the first week I kind of went over what to expect when you get home, the things that I was experiencing, things that they don't tell you, things they do tell you. I kind of shared with you what I was using, things of that nature. Of course, I always like to put two things out there. I scoured YouTube, watched every video you could think of, and tried to take down pointers, anything that pertained to me. Whatever did not pertain to me, took the meat, spit out the bone. And of course consulted with my doctor pertaining to if it came to vitamins or anything to take. So please do the same thing, because you could get a different result than the person you probably watched. But everything was excellent information. I would not take anything from anybody that I saw in their video, because I'm sure they did their research, but it just pertained to them. So, with that being said, highest weight, 325. I have still yet to weigh myself, but I will tell you this, because I'm not supposed to see my doctor until the 20th of September, and that's when I want to find out how much weight I have lost. Of course, people have told me they see it in my face, but I got to celebrate my first victory as I saw fit. Really, first victory is taking the step forward to actually, doing the surgery and making through recovery. So yay, recovery. And it's not that bad. So I guess I should say my second victory. So my second victory, because I really do believe through this process that we should celebrate everything. Let's not just look at the pounds that you're losing or just the inches, but if there was some shoes or a shirt or some pants that we're fitting kind of snug, and you notice that there's a little bit of loosage there, yay, bravo to you. So that's where my victory came from. It was in some shoes. So in my other videos, I had told you that not only did I have to do the bypass surgery, but I also had to have an RVC filter put in place. And of course, that was to prevent the clots that were in my left leg to venture into my lungs, and cause other such bad things to happen. But by the grace of God, he did his thing. So with that being said, prior to when I was starting my journey, my leg was getting swollen. It caused me not to be able to wear heels. And I love wearing heels. I love shoes. So I got disappointed when I could no longer zip up shoes and boots. It became hard, or when I would get home, you could just see how constricted my leg or my ankle was from the day, because the impression of the shoe would be, in my leg. So when summertime, of course, was around, I was trying just to wear slip-ons, even cute sandals that have the little buckles that would go around. I mean, it just made my ankle look crazy. So I would wear long dresses just to cover it, just because, it's kind of embarrassing, but you still want to wear the cute shoes, So I was so ecstatic because I noticed that my ankle and my leg were not getting swollen. And I recognized this clearing my first week, that my ankle was not getting swollen, neither was my leg. So I was like, okay, I'm still taking my blood thinning medication, my Xarelto, taking all my vitamins. Make sure you take your vitamins, and any medications you're supposed to be on, please take them. Do not try to wing yourself off until your doctor tells you to. So I've been taking all those things. So I said, you know what? I was like, because my ankle wasn't getting swollen any longer, I wanted to try some shoes that my husband had bought me in March, because I do believe it was for our anniversary. So I wanted to try them on, and they zipped up. I was so overjoyed, and I had to call him in because I was like, look, they fit and I can zip them up. So of course I put them bad boys on, and I was strutting around my room, and just admiring myself in the mirror. So you have to do those things. So celebrate those moments. Because I did. I even took pictures. And if I can figure out how to put them, I'm gonna put it on here too. So to me that was a victory. That I was like, okay, even though I started, what initially started the process was such a down point for me, because I don't like being on medication. I didn't like seeing a whole lot of doctors. But I am so grateful for this journey to get to the point where I was able to have my surgery, just because of that moment right there. The fact that my ankle is no longer getting swollen, my leg is not swollen, and just to see the counteract of everything behind it. So, like I said, please celebrate every victory. Don't run every morning to the scale because it can fluctuate, Take the small things first. Take, putting on them shoes, put a shirt, some jeans, whatever the case may be for you, and go from there. And then at the end of the month, if you want to weigh yourself. But I see so many women in the forum that they're disappointed because they only lost 10 pounds. And to me, I'm just like, honey, 10 pounds, that's a lot of weight. And for someone to do it by themselves, for the ones that are out there in the gym that are doing like the meal preps and taking supplements, because I used to be a supplement taker and be out in the gym, and I lost. Don't get me wrong, I lost. But the moment that one day I was slipping and I didn't feel like going to the gym and I didn't take my supplement and I didn't meal prep the way I was supposed to, guess what? I gained not just what I had just lost, but some more. So the fact that we have a built-in tool, for us to utilize it and not take advantage, and I'm guilty because I have taken advantage of it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna leave it out the video, but celebrate that victory. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not always gonna run to a scale, because I'm gonna tell in my clothes. I know what fit me snug. I know when I started, when things didn't look right in certain things. I have dresses that I just knew I had it going on. And when I put it on a couple months later, I was like, hold on, I got to suck things in. I got to put on a girdle now because it is not looking form-fitting the way it used to. So that's what I'm using for myself, and I'm not taking away from nobody that wants to weigh themselves. I just don't want you to discourage yourself because you saw that you might have went up a couple of pounds. We're women. Our bodies just don't function the way a man's body functions. Men lose weight like this. They can skip a meal and drop weight, okay? Us women, our emotions could affect our weight. We could be having like an exciting day and for some reason it seems like the scale just wants to go up with us on a high, and that's not what's supposed to happen. So, definitely just celebrate every victory for yourself. Don't get discouraged. If you see that you happen to be backsliding a little bit or you gained or, just don't get discouraged. Just please don't. So with that being said, so I had also mentioned that I was cheating a little bit and testing boundaries. So I had experienced, a couple of nights ago, the dumping syndrome. And it's because it's so crazy that certain things that I will try are triggering, like, for me to crave other things that I haven't had in years. And prime example from my hometown, El Paso. We have Chico's Tacos here. I haven't had that in years. And if you don't know what Chico's Tacos are, pretty much they're flautas or rolled up tacos with this tomato chili sauce they make. They put lots of cheese on it, and if you let them babies, just marinate in that sauce, they get super soggy. And then you put their green chili on it, which I don't do the green chili, and then we would put our fries on and let that soak up, and that was like the best meal ever that you get for like $2 back in the day. It was awesome. But anywho, I was craving that, and I thought, how crazy, because like I said, I haven't had that stuff in years. Like, my daughter's like 14 now, and I probably haven't had that since she was like 3. So that just tells you how long. Because I just grew out of it, you know. But so I was craving it the other day, and so my husband, you know, he's the one that's like, Lynette, I'm not gonna support those things. You know, you're not supposed to be eating all the bad stuff. Blah 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 blah. Right? But I was like, but I really want it. And I know we're supposed to do 2 weeks of the liquid, 2 weeks of the puree, and then we can start doing the other things and stuff. I'm a rebel. I'm not saying to follow me. I just know my body. I said I want it. So I literally took 1 flauta and a half, soaked that bad boy in the juice, and it was like mushy. And I literally sat there and ground it up in my mouth until it was extra mushy and swallowed it. Gave it a few moments and I was like, I think we're in the clear. So I finished the first one and I waited. About a good maybe like 15 minutes or so. I was like, okay, let's do it. So I ate the other half. And I was okay. And I was like, okay, this was not bad. Then this is what messed me up. I ate a fry. I don't even know why I ordered the fries, because I'm not even a fry eater like that, to be honest with you. I only eat like one place that has really good fries, and I think that's Chick-fil-A. But anywho, so I did the same thing. Took that 1 fry and soaked it in that juice until it was mushy. Because, you know, I was able to eat some mashed potatoes, and it was perfectly fine. And I was full, because we were with some friends, and my husband bought me like the little serving size from churches of mashed potatoes, because they were having like ribs and corn on the cob and red potatoes. And I was like, yeah, we didn't think this day ahead. So definitely plan your day ahead. So he bought me one, but I was fine with that. I was okay. Nothing happened with that. I didn't even finish the small container of it. So anyway, back to the fry. I went ahead, did the same thing. Took a little bit of the fry, mushed it up, swallowed it, and then it happened. It's like it got stuck. And I was like, okay, I have to burp. Because that's what it felt like. It felt like I needed to burp. And everybody has said that they experience their dumping syndrome differently. Either they feel very nauseous, they break out in sweats, or they feel like they have to like haul it to the bathroom, or whatever the case may be. But it felt like I had to burp. So as I'm getting ready to make myself burp, but I felt it come up. And it was in my chest. And so I was like, no, I refuse to let this come up. So I literally just waited, and the whole time I'm like patting my chest, and I'm like, you know, to my husband, like, oh, why did I do this, you know? And then he's kind of just like, see, I told you, you know, but that's what I get, though, you know what I mean? So I won't do that again. But I have, you know, I still do I do a combination of my liquid, and I do a combination of the creamy and all the mushy, you know. And I've been okay with that. Definitely protein. The Premier Protein, the vanilla is really good. Because, you know, I was telling you that everything that was sugar-free just seemed like it was just extremely sweet to like the 10th power. But this is not. This was very tolerable. I can see why so many people choose to go with Premier. And then also, too, it gives you 30 grams of protein, which is awesome. And you're supposed to at least get in 60 to 80 a day. So what I do is I pretty much just kind of sip on this, because it's kind of like, you know, a meal replacement. I sip on this in the morning as much as I can take, because I still try to get my water in. And then might go ahead and do this for a snack. And then I finish it off, and that way I can have another one. So that's been really good. I'm ready to try a different flavor than the vanilla. So we'll see how that goes on. I'll let you know if like it was just bad or whatever the case may be. Still, I have my yogurt, my sugar-free pudding, my chocolate, got that. Hey. And let's see, creamy broccoli, that's good, still doing the broth. So I have been dabbling. I have been kind of just trying different little things, you know, mushing up different fruits, but being very careful as far as intake, because of course, you know, there's some fruits that are good, some fruits that are bad. And actually, a nutritionist, which I'm going to take you over to this list that's on my refrigerator, gave me this wonderful list that gives you the options of, and she was so nice to let us know what's good and what's bad. So I'm going to turn the camera around so that way for you all that watch me. So let me turn this around if I can. Okay, so apparently my camera's not letting me turn it around, so I'm going to go this way with it. So on here, she kind of like highlighted like this green section. These are like all considered free non-starchy vegetables that you can have, and that way those are free fillers pretty much that you can eat all those things and you are good to go. And what I'll try to do is take a picture of it and see, she even did free with a smiley face on there. So that way you can see, because I'm trying to make sure I get everything in here. And then of course in the middle is like all the bad stuff, so we just skip over that. And then everything in blue here is your meat and protein resources, all your lean meats, protein, serving sizes and things like that. And she had the little happy face there also. Everything that was in this blue square is good stuff to eat. And then of course outside of the blue box, everything that's considered like medium meat protein sources that are not quite that good, you want to really limit yourself on those things. That's what she kind of like let us know. And then when you get down here to the high fatty stuff like bacon, cheese and stuff, that was like a no-go, and she put a little sad face there too as well. So that's that list. So there you go for that. I did try something though. Let me pull it out here. They have this, and normally I'm like, this is gross, like eggs in a carton. But this is like really, really good. It's like low calorie, no cholesterol, no fat. It is real egg. It's only 25 calories, 0 sugar in there. The sodium is at 90%, but really like I measured it out, and it tells you like the contents on the back wise that like if you just pour 1/4 of this, that's like 1 egg, you know. So I did do that one morning, and it was very good. So I enjoyed that. I had no problem getting the egg down, and I believe I had it with a little bit of yogurt or something, just to make sure. But it was great. No salt, no nothing. I mean, your taste buds, they change. They changed for me. So let's think here. Is there anything else I have to talk about? I think that's it for right now. As you know, today I put on makeup. I'm not all glamified, so once again, this is my time to take time for myself. Do the same as well. So the next time I do a video, I'll try to do something once a week. If not, I definitely will post any time that I've tried something new or reached another milestone or something else that might be beneficial. I really do appreciate for, you know, taking the time to look at the videos, because I know there's millions of videos out there. But if you can, give me a thumbs up. I appreciate it. Any comments, any questions, or anything that you would like for me to research, or we can research together, or if you have anything that you want to recommend to me, or hey, just be like, hey Lynette, maybe you shouldn't try that Chico's next time. I'll take any advice. But other than that, until next time, God bless and celebrate every victory. Bye.